We're also joined by the businessman Jon Moulton. He's the founder and managing partner of the private equity firm Better Capital. He was a Leave supporter. He was very recently has campaigned for what's called a managed no-deal scenario. He joined us actually from Guernsey. Mr. Moulton, good morning. Do you think that no-deal scenario has come a bit closer on the back of the vote?
I don't understand why anybody talks about a no-deal Brexit. There are too many win-wins for the EU and the UK. Aviation, European people living in the UK people living in Europe, drugs, science efforts. Maybe 200 pages of Mrs May's deal are win-wins. There's absolutely no reason for us to have a no-deal Brexit. You might have a much smaller deal, but there's a lot of things that we can get. And most of the rest you can get if you take up the Europe's offer of a free trade agreement.
Well,
everything can be done on that basis quite quickly.
Isn't the problem that the politicians have been trying for quite a long time to get exactly what you're talking about and have got
No,
absolutely
they haven't.
nowhere?
They have not. They've been trying to win something too large, too many things. What ought to have done is plan for the worst and worked for the best.
So your idea is well, just outline what your idea is.
My idea at the moment is to just simply decide to actually exit sometime, probably June or September rather than March, with a list of agreed things. So we would agree what we can, and a lot of it's very easy win-win. Probably have a list of things that we're going to defer for another 6 months or 12 months so that we can try and negotiate our way through those, and get on with life. We'd get rid of most of the uncertainty. And we would achieve most of what we want. The main thing you need is to get a free trade agreement, and then most of the other stuff is dealt with.
How long do you think it would take to get it? If you had that bare bones sort of managed no deal that you talk about, how long do you think it would take to get to a free trade agreement?
It could be quite quick. There's pretty good precedents available. The Canadian one is a long way in the right direction. A couple of think tanks have produced drafts of free trade agreements that could come out. Again, you're not going to get a thing of perfection, but you can get something which gets 90% of what you want quite quickly. And at the moment, we need to get something which is roughly right, not bloody perfect.
Do you think any of this is on offer from the European side?
I think the win-wins have to be. They would be nuts not to want an agreement on aviation. Nobody wants millions of people leaving Europe and leaving the UK and swilling to and fro. These things they absolutely will agree. They'll agree on the drugs. They'll agree on the science. They'll agree to an enormous list of things you can find in Mrs May's deal, because it is a win-win. It's where it isn't win-win that you need to negotiate, and those things will take time, and some of them will not be negotiated. They'll just be unilateral.
Thank you very much, Jon Moulton.